24 Sussex Drive, or as I like to call it, the 24, the official residence of Stephen Harper, Canada's 22nd Prime Minister. A man who has been described as aloof, cold, hostile to the media. A man who leads a minority government that could teeter and fall at any moment. Today, the Mercer Report cracks open the 24 and says hello to the Harper. Prime Minister, welcome.
Nice to be here.
Thank you for having me. So let's talk about the Clean Air Act. Is you okay? You got a minority government. All the parties have come out and said that they're not going to support it. Your party will. Can this thing pass?
Well, there's a lot of things we can do on the Act without passing it, but I sure hope so, because I think we need to reduce pollution and we need to reduce greenhouse gases in this country, and this is the first plan to do those things.
Okay, what about this 2050 thing? You guys are really good at retail politics, but was it smart to bring out 2050 as a target? Because you will be in your 11th term as Prime Minister when that happens.
There's actually a series of targets that begin in the next few years and go over the next 50 years. It's a long-term plan. But it starts
really long term.
But it starts soon.
But do you think it was smart to say 2050? Because that's what everyone leapt on.
Well, I think if you look at what other people are saying, everybody's talking about targets that go over 50 years. Because we're talking about the environment, we have to think long term.
Okay. What about your relationship with the media? I was a little nervous coming here because you have this this reputation as being very standoffish with the media. Right?
Well,
you do.
We try and conduct ourselves in a professional way. It's a difficult environment, the relationship between journalists and politicians.
Because it's
sometimes.
been suggested.
But have you eaten anything?
No. It's been suggested that you were like the least media-friendly government outside of North Korea.
What have you had to eat today?
I had a granola bar.
I think you need more than that.
I
think you need more. You need to be able to focus, concentrate. Come on, let's go get you something.
No,
Let's go get something.
You're making the sandwich, I noticed. You don't have anyone to make the sandwich? You make the sandwiches.
Oh, it's the kind of hospitality I always show journalists, Rick.
I understand. Okay, let's talk about you being a control freak. Are you a control freak?
I don't think so. I'm paid to be in charge. What about cheese?
Cheese is good.
Cheese is good. Yeah, cheese is important.
Before you
we
were
got
Prime
cheddar
Minister,
here. Is that your
that's
favorite?
That's good. Before you were Prime Minister, would people accuse you of being a control freak?
I don't think they would have.
Why don't you let the cabinet ministers speak? Take a guy like Monty Solberg. Everyone likes Monty, because he's a funny guy, had a blog.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, but since he's a minister, he's disappeared. I half expect to see him on a milk carton.
Oh, he's out there talking to new Canadians, trying to get this immigration system straightened out. What about mayonnaise?
Yes, please. I was in the hotel.
My grandmother used to make the best.
I was in the hotel this morning. There was two Tories.
It's a great memory.
There was two Tories in the elevator, and they were talking about the fact...
In the hotel?
Yes, they were talking about the fact that you don't let cabinet ministers speak.
You're not staying in a hotel.
Yes, of course I'm staying in a hotel.
You can't stay in a hotel. You have to... How long are you going to be down for?
I'm just here for the night to talk to you.
Spend some time with us. Spend some time with the family. Did they fit?
Yes. Although I'm starting to feel a little compromised.
Well, you look comfortable, and that's what we want.
Can I talk about the Accountability Act?
Sure.
Okay. I have a question about the Accountability Act. These donation limits. Okay, now I've never donated money to a political party ever before, but if I wanted to, if I lost control of my senses and wanted to give $1,200 to a politician, I'm not allowed. Because there's a $1,000 limit. What's that about? Isn't this a free country? How come I can't give $1,200 to whoever I want?
Remember, it's not about how much you can give. It's about how much the politician should be able to receive.
Okay. I don't have to go to bed yet, though.
Hey, you kids keep it down there.
You're not the boss of me!
Where's my brother?
Through this action plan, the government will reform the financing of political parties. Reform the financing of political parties by reducing the opportunity to exert political influence through large donations to political parties and candidates. You know, when I can't sleep, I count ridings.
Thank you for the bed, couch.
I hope you had a good sleep.
Well, I did. It was short, but it was good.
Good.
Let's talk about the polls for a second.
Sure.
Because I know you say you don't govern by polls.
That's right.
You don't read the polls, but I certainly look at the polls and not good. Not good. You're tied with the Liberals, and the Liberals have no leader. I mean, they're like They had no rudder. How does that make you feel?
Well, there was one...
How does that make you feel in your little hot spot?
One last week had us tied, another had us way ahead. So in this business, you pick the pole you like.
Okay, so say you're tied now, but there's going to be an election. We all know that. It's a minority government. It's got to fall eventually. You're going to pull the plug. They're going to pull the plug. But who would you like to see when you head into that next election as your Liberal opponent, as the leader?
Now, that's an interesting question.
Yes, it is.
But I got to get the kids to school. Come on. Have a good day, Rachel. Have a good day, Ben. Have a good day, Rick.